Hello there, welcome to HVN Lockdown Longsword. My name is Oscar and today I'll be presenting yet another practical video with some exercises on how to turn cuts into thrusts. Now, before we begin, first you're going to need a longsword simulator, you're going to need a little bit of space, not terribly much, we're not going to be lunging forward, but at least enough so that you don't knock stuff over while doing it. And finally, once you have all your stuff, get into something comfortable and then let's begin. So, we're going to be working with turning cuts into thrusts, and for that we'll mostly be using the Twerhau and the Schiller, because the Twerhau and Schiller turn into a high hanger and a low hanger respectively. So if I make a Twerhau, I am in a hanger. If I make a Schiller, I am in a low hanger. And these are very nice to thrust from, so that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So before we do that, let's start working with thrusts. Let's first look at how you do Twerhau and Schiller. So what we're going to be doing is going into a Fontaine, and as per usual, our Fontaine is going to make sure that we have good posture while doing that. So we're going to have the left foot in front, sword on our shoulder, and when we are in this position, we're going to make sure that the feet are arched, don't balance on your toes, but also don't make sure that they're flat, just have them nicely arched. Twist your knees outwards a little bit, engage the leg muscles, push the pelvis forward, engage the core muscles, puff up the chest, relax your shoulders, and now you have a good posture. So what we're going to be doing is from here making cuts in thumb grip. Thumb grip is basically what happens if you transition from a regular grip to a 90-degree turn, putting your thumb on the flat of your ricasso or the cross, like this, depending on where you grip it. What we're going to be doing is just starting a regular cut from above. So that regular cut from above is going to end up just a little bit in front of our face. And once it is there, we're going to be transitioning into the thumb grip. From here, throwing the hands up high will result in a Twerhau. However, pushing the hands down low will result in a Schiller. So practice these cuts for a little bit. So here first, Twerhau, a little bit more fluently, and Schiller. Now practice these. You can do a couple of sets of 10 strikes for each of these, but remember, reset after every strike. What you don't want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not how you practice these cuts. Reset after every strike and check if your posture is good. The difference between a sloppy Twerhau and a good one is all in posture generally. So, now that we have our Twerhau and Schiller, we can go on to the thrusts. The first thrust from both Twerhau and Schiller are quite obvious. That is basically, you are in the hanger for the Twer, you can poke forward. You are in a low hanger for the Schiller, and you can also poke forward. This is very easy to do, try it a couple of times, but we're going to make it more interesting, of course. We're assuming that we have bound with an opponent, and if they set aside and step back, we want to be able to make sure to continue our thrust. So what we're going to be doing, if we are making a Twerhau like this, we're going to be then thrusting forward, from there keeping the point at the same spot, advancing the left foot, and then thrusting forward again. But now into a right high hanger. So once again, Twerhau, front of the face, thumb grip, Twerhau, thrust forward, keep the point on line, and to a high right hanger, advancing the left foot. Same goes for the Schiller really. So we strike Schiller, thrust forward, and thrust from the right. Another time, Schiller, front of the face, thumb grip, Schiller, thrust forward, and thrust to a right low hanger. It's quite important to keep your thrust going forward. Don't pull back to a position and then thrust again. That has its uses, but not here. Here you want to keep the point going forward as much as you can. So you've just finished your Schiller, thrust, thrust from there. Don't pull it back. Now, this is pretty much the basic thing that we can do. So we have just turned a couple of cuts into thrusts. If you want to play with this, make it a bit more challenging, you can try working with different hangers. So you strike a Twerhau, for instance, to a high left hanger, and then you thrust, and from there you thrust again on a right low hanger. You can also do a Twerhau, high left hanger, transition to a low left hanger thrust. You can do the same with shield, shield, thrust, high right hanger, or shield, thrust, high left hanger. You can vary and play with this. Right, I do hope you enjoyed these exercises. Let me know what you think, and I also do really hope to see you again very soon in an actual fencing hall. Let's hope for the best, and regardless, I am wishing you a very good new year, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Oh, wait,